So let's get started then. 2042, a brand new setting for us for Battlefield. This is exciting. What got us to this era?
Yeah, it's actually one of those moments I remember quite dearly. So I think it must have been 3 years ago now. We kind of headed up on the 11th floor at DICE, and we were actually supposed to look at the concepts for this next Battlefield game. And this time around, the team went quite wide. I think we looked at 12 different concepts or so. Some really unconventional things, some that took us back in time, some things that took us into the future. We looked at ripmatics and, a lot of concepts. And then we got to this thing that we called 2042. And we all looked at that, piece and kind of looked around the room. And we just kind of felt it in here. We found it. It was this kind of special moment of taking the best pieces of Battlefield 3 and 4, that notion of like modern warfare, and then spicing it up a bit with cutting-edge hardware. And some of that we've seen in the last couple of days, of course.
Yeah, another big thing for us as well. This is the first Battlefield in many years for us where we're putting full focus on multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big one for us. I mean, multiplayer is what we do best, and we've done best across now the 2 decades the Battlefield has existed. So, in Battlefield 2042, 3 core experiences. Of course, now we've talked about all-out warfare. We're going to bring back Conquest and Breakthrough on a bigger scale than ever. 128 players, some pretty cool big land masses to play on.
Let's get into the absolute nitty-gritty of things, though. Daniel, big changes to Conquest. As Oscar mentioned, big focus for us in this first section. Yeah. But Conquest has had some significant changes to meet this big new scale that we have for 2042.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is a leap for us, right? And when we go to 128 players, and when you go to a larger play space, you can't just kind of copy what we've done before. We had to also kind of reinvent how we approach level design and how we approach pacing in the game. So what we're doing this time around to really encapsulate still the essence of Battlefield and the pacing that our players know and love.
And it's not just the big flashy things either. There's lots of just small interactions we've built back into our levels now to give players much more agency as they kind of move about the space.
Yeah, we had those in Battlefield 4 as well.
Every week we discover something new that we love about these new ones. It's so cool. Of these maps, though, of course, they're more than just maps. They're very dynamic in their nature of them. We've obviously took a lot of inspiration from our past and looked, now very much at the new technology offered to us by Frostbite and the upgrades that we've done on all our engines. These worlds are a lot more dynamic now, Oscar.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked for a good 3 years now on some of these new weather and evolution systems. I remember in that first pitch when we talked about the game, maybe it was Daniel, maybe it was someone else from the design team said, wouldn't it be cool if we could throw a real-time tornado onto the battlefield that could turn everything kind of upside down and cause massive destruction? And I think everyone's sitting there kind of nodding. We looked over at the tech team and they're like, are we supposed to make this work? And then kind of a year later, we had that first prototype. And I remember us showing it to other team members okay, but that's pre-rendered, right? It just has to be fake. Can't look like that. And we were like, yep, it works. And I think, it started with, being a thing that would run like spectacle on the maps in massive ways. But now it's kind of one of the core gameplay drivers. The team's super pumped, and we're just looking forward to July 22nd at EA Play Live, when we get the chance to show the world what the DICE LA team have been working on. It's quite special, I'd say.
It's going to be good.